from the post office in, here.
Here. I'm kidding.
In Mount Carmel, and I think at Beeler's, and you subscribe, so.
This just looks like a water main place. Yeah.
Are we supposed to look over this before the meeting?
No, that's just to take home and look at.
Okay, this is an additional copy. Let me get started.
Okay,
Welcome
just
everyone.
wait. Okay. Is you gonna go? Thing, are you gonna record?
Welcome everyone. Is it making a line as I'm talking?
No, it is now.
Welcome everyone. It is November 18th, 2025, 1 p.m. Village of Belmont Board Meeting, Special Board Meeting called to order. May I have a roll call, please?
Herschel Johnson here.
Jerry Lance here. Jerry Rig here.
Linda Isaac here.
Peggy Walling here. Linda Johnson. And
Claudia Dent, clerk.
absent is Barbie Briggs. Can we all stand for a pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. If you guys should pass this down to Tracy, please. Tracy, I tried my best to get what you had asked for, and I still need to call Watners and get the first one that was done by Mr. Attorney Neal. Their office was closed from 12 to 1, and that's when I was really trying to pull it together there. And then, okay. This special meeting is called today to make our decision on the bids that were presented to us for the tower painting project. And I given them to you last week, and then on the desk I also had an additional copy of that. So it's probably what getting Herschel. He's looking through a lot there. There was just additional copies because the clerk had also made them, and so I thought, well, I'll just have it on the table just in case anyone forgets theirs. We will go over. Let's start out with Tracy. You want to share with us?
Okay, does everyone have a copy of at least Viking's proposal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we asked for quotes from 4 to 5 companies, and the only quotes we received were from McGuire Irons and Viking Industrial Painting. McGuire Irons total cost was $447,000, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. And McGuire Irons was for $367,000.
No, I'm
Say
sorry.
it again.
Sorry.
Viking.
Let me start again. McGuire Irons was for $447,500. And the Viking International Painting was for $367,200. Yeah. So, we had several presentations from Viking. I've talked to them multiple times. I believe both bids were comparing apples to apples, as we talked about in the previous meeting. So I have a letter of recommendation to accept a quote from Viking Industrial Painting. I can find it here. And then that's the recommendation letter.
No, that would be new, that she would just be ready for that. So she'll pass it around, but I'll have to look at that.
So the recommendation is from Keith Sales to accept Viking.
Yes, correct, but that needs to be voted on by.
You read that, you want me to please? Gary, we're in the day for this. I ain't got any pictures. That's why I asked.
I wanna note that on, the Viking, proposal, I believe I corrected I have a second copy that he sent, he had made a typo under the interior stripe. He had written exterior on one of it, to correct it now, it does say interior. The other thing that I did ask Tracy about is I had, read that they said, described it as a legged tower, and it's a pedestal tower.
That was corrected on the last copy.
Did he send a third one? Okay, but I do not have a copy of the third one.
Here's,
Okay, thank you. And if you want, guys, I can go make a copy of this third one, and then you can hand me your other one. But that would be the only thing, is the two places.
up there on that top left, I believe, where he, unless it was in the body too, but I just caught it right there.
Oh, yeah, I think that's where I thought it says EWT ragged.
Yeah.
It says pedestal. Okay, so would you guys like, make a copy of this for you then?
I'm good
right now, I'd like to have one, but I don't have to make
We never make the correction on that picture.
I'll do it right now, folks.
Tracy,
Tracy, if you will go ahead and explain your, page that I did share with everyone that shows our overall, expense.
Okay, I've updated it, so,
Okay, do you need a copy of it also?
I've got 6. Can you make me one more?
Sure.
Actually, I have 7, but I'll keep them one.
What was the first, correction about exterior or interior? Where's that at?
Down here, it's been corrected, it's wrote exterior.
Okay, so this is correct now.
That's okay. I am, I'm not.
First copy, this is copy.
So this is no, so it should be interior.
Right, and this is okay.
Claudia, did we get a grant for this money?
We have applied for a grant,
Oh, good.
and so we have to turn this in, and then the grant proposal, they'll look that over, and then either say yes or no,
Oh, okay.
correct?
And if they say no?
You're already, Belmont's already on the intended funding list,
Oh, good.
so the money has been allocated. It's just getting the loan agreement
Getting
ready.
it.
Right,
It's there, but we can't have it.
right, until we,
Yeah.
submit a whole bunch of more paperwork and,
All the red tape should be.
Yeah.
We were driving back from Chicago. I was looking at water towers, of course, like, oh, there's a tape there, or this looks good, or whatever. And the one in, I think it's Arthur, Illinois, they got pretty nice, like, just says the name of the town, and it's got a bigger band. The tower's white, and so the writing's white, and they got the band there, but the letters, in white, and the band's,
Why?
no, it was like dark brown. No, it's supposed to be black,
Why not?
right? Isn't that what he said?
Good.
So,
the track seat.
yeah,
Oh,
the trap seat,
Yeah.
okay.
That's right. Big seat.
but it looked good. That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Now Graybill has striping, like a balloon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you do,
Should I give you the wrong one?
it's okay.
I have one for,
Lisa, so I,
Alright.
turn this side down.
If you want to give me your throwaway, I'm gonna put it on the floor.
I'll give Claudia, sorry, I'll give you the one I scribbled on when I'm done.
Okay.
Or do you want me to go make a copy of this real quick?
That's okay. So,
Okay, so these are, what I've just given you guys is a list of total project costs. Of course, it's still, you know, some unknown factors in there. Linda gave me, I have down under legal, 3,000, the invoices Linda just gave me from the attorneys were tallied up to about 2,048. I can't read numbers today, $2,458. So with, Mr. from Fairfield, Linda, his name again, I can't remember his name.
Brandon?
No, the past attorney,
Oh, Lawrence Mills.
yeah,
James Mills.
yeah. His, I'm assuming his would be around 500, that's what he's done in the past, but it could be a little bit
I
higher.
think it was like 750.
So we'll add that to get reimbursed, so that'll jump that cost up just a touch, just from 3,000, maybe 3,300. Water tank rental, that's what we were talking about the last meeting. Plans are to rent that from EJ Water. They have a pressurized tank that they can come set up. And I believe their quote was for around $3,000. I just wanted to allocate a little bit more, just because costs always seem to go up.
What'd you say her name was?
EJ Water Co-op. So overall cost and contingencies, construction contingency, I put that down to 10,000. That's 3% of the construction cost. You know, if their numbers are strong, that contingency could go away. So I'm just trying to put enough, you know, in there to look at a worst case scenario. So the total overall project cost I have is for $441,000. And if Belmont receives the 30% principal forgiveness that they're supposed to receive from the EPA, then that leaves a loan amount of $308,700. And that should be a 1.01% interest rate loan for 30 years.
What's that again? The interest rate?
Yeah, 1.01%.
Well, I thought you guys were going
No,
that would be nice, wouldn't it?
yeah. I thought 1.01 was pretty good too, though.
30 years.
30 years. I have to do a project life worksheet, and in that it'll it's an Excel table that'll calculate the actual how long the paint and everything should last. I don't know if we could push it to 40 years just to get the payment decreased. For most projects, they only allow 20 to 30 years, but I mean, ever since COVID, they've pushed some to 40. So if that's something the village is interested in, I could see about stretching it, because John Snodgrass did say that sandblasted, you should get another 50 to 60 year life out of it. So there's potential that it could last for 40.
I have a question. Has anybody run any numbers as to how much we're gonna have to increase our water rates in Belmont?
Water rates were increased, they were done in 2019. And then we had to revise that, and it went through in, January of 24, I believe. And that was to compensate for what we were going to have to do to meet the DCEO grant that was, to redo the water system. So at this time, we've increased our rate. If we do not do the DCEO grant, if we later elected not to go that way, we still should be okay to meet these requirements. And if not, then we will discuss in another meeting of what we have to do to meet that. We have another 11 years to pay off the current USDA grant that we have with USDA loan on our water system.
So there'll be two separate.
So right now, going forward, we will be having two loan payments. One is continue the USDA, with a countdown of the last 11 years, and this new ongoing one. And we will be allotting a monthly amount to go into into an account so that we can make our payments. And that is a requirement of EPA that we do that. I haven't seen anything yet that told me that I have to keep a bond like I did on the big water reserve.
There's
You know,
no
how
requirement.
we have those two CDs that are 11.4 that's required, but I haven't been told that on this one.
No.
So we just want to make sure we're getting a monthly deposit so that when the payment comes due, we're prepared.
So it looks like I just ran a quick loan amortization schedule, and it looks like the payment should be around $12,000 a year, about with the 30% principal forgiveness. That would be about $1,000 a month.
And that's what when we very first started this program, you guys welcome to look at this. That's what we were anticipating, about 900 something, so maybe just a little more there. At this time, I'm going to bring you all your new copy of the corrected, if you'll hand me your old. Or if you just want to mark through your old, I don't care, but I don't want the confusion.
I don't have it. You want to
No,
this is old here, if you want to make a file.
you can hear, we have a correction here. And this one they have already corrected. So this is old. If you want to keep it to look at, you can.
Well,
Okay, I'll just come back, and here's your new, and there's your two new bills. Okay, and this is an extra work that Lonnie has to do, and go in the bill.
That's the thing, I didn't know what to do.
Pedestal. Pedestal is the only one, read on the comprehensive.
Did you ever show you?
That's why I didn't look this way.
Okay, I get you there, y'all.
Something for Barb.
Oh, there's a lot. I'll let you know that. Okay, I'll see that. Now she's got 50 years, but she's got.
When I get it on, the new one.
Okay, then, fine. And I understand the, schedule that you've got written up here is just, estimate that when we actually.
Right. They'll actually give you your terms and your payment. And that'll just be based on final numbers.
Okay.
12,000 per year.
Uh-huh. And what I've seen in the past is that the, interest is always high in the beginning, and then as the years go on past, they get much lower, and the payment still stays the same, but it'll do the flip for us, and, cause you're paying mostly on principal in the beginning.
No, you're putting mostly on interest in the beginning.
Sorry, correct, so that's backwards.
Right, but the overall payment is similar, correct?
Yes, yes. Okay. May I see the letter of recommendation from,
It's right here.
okay, and then, I shared with you all the, water tower upgrade addendum. And that, did everyone agree with that, seeing with what we saw in our presentation? Yes. Okay. Claudia, I will let you be responsible for this, but this does not get lost, so it's a little recommendation. Would anyone like a copy of the recommendation? Linda, did you get a chance to review the, payment schedule? Linda? I'm sorry, did you get a chance to review this? It's the proposed payment schedule. It'll be different when it actually comes around, when we sign the loan. No, I'll do that with the file. Okay, so, Tracy, I'm comparing your first and your second, in your total project. Okay. Construction contingency originally was at 10%, and you took it down to 3%, difference of 21 and 10. The total cost of construction, we were hoping for 300,000, and then we got 367. Okay. And then design engineering, have a difference of 6 there. And the legal fees, you're at 3,000, sounds like it's probably gonna be a little bit more than that. And then we're gonna go ahead and borrow for the water tank rental? Or,
I mean, that's up to you guys. If you have money that you wanna pay for it out of pocket, you can. It's just, the EPA does allow for that to be added to the loan.
I'll discuss with you all that, I believe our water payment is May and November. Does that sound right to everyone? And so if this starts in March or April, we'd be having to turn around and come up with that 4,000 for the rental as it takes place. It'll probably be due within that 6 weeks that it's being used. So, you have to decide if it's to our advantage to go ahead and borrow the extra 4,000 now. So I do remember that 4,000 is on that 30% forgiveness.
Right.
Yeah, that helps out too. Or if you want to remove that and, you pay that out of pocket when the time comes. We've talked about possibly paying out of pocket. That's what I want you to consider when you're looking at this overall that she has given us. And then our preliminary engineering report fee, should I expect any variation in that, or is that pretty solid?
That was the solid, that was the invoice that was from me for 6,000 for the design and, the preliminary engineering report and then the environmental assessment. Okay. That won't change.
Where does this design engineering fee go to?
That's just construction fee, and that's just another, fee for Keys Hill. The schedule, the agreement that was signed is based off, it's always based on a percentage of the construction cost.
I think with the payment gonna be due, the SBA loan payment gonna be due about the same time they'd have to pay the water tank rental fee. I think we should go ahead and include that in the line, especially considering the forgiveness.
Which may be more than 30, right? Overall.
There's still a chance, yeah. We won't
There's
know. Until-
possibilities, so,
Correct.
right?
Any other questions on what we presented today? On the tower plan. I do have the letter that was sent to us, that gave us permission that waived because we didn't get bids and, we're able to choose then who we want. If anyone can take a look at that. Or we could read it.
It was in my packet.
Okay, all right. Okay. All right, then, at this time, then, yes, sir?
One question, one of the things that Kevin or whoever his name was mentioned was talking about putting our name up on the board. Did we discuss that today or another day, up on the tower?
Oh, yeah.
Will that be included in the
That
cost?
should be included in the cost.
Yeah.
Well, it says here, you know, on the exterior renovation page, on the Viking lettering,
Understood, but I don't think that had anything to do with putting your name up on it. And then we were gonna discuss about what kind of design we wanted on it, if we wanted to change other than Belmont.
Under exterior renovation, under number 7, it was lettering.
Lettering,
Okay.
is, that replace,
So that would be to replace it as is.
so when you here, I believe you're right, that you mentioned
Mhm.
two contrasting colors shouldn't be a problem.
And we can have multiple, we have multiple ideas on it, right?
And if we start getting pretty, you know, then we might have an additional expense, but,
Oh.
does that decision need to be made now that you guys want on it?
I don't think so. Would it, I mean, additional painting and logos and that sort of thing wouldn't be eligible for the one on the
I'm not sure, I mean, I would assume that whatever they decide to paint is going to be eligible. And you would think they could give you a cost on that, if you wanted me to ask, you know, what is there gonna be an additional cost based on the final design? If it differs from the, you know, what was specified was 8 letters.
Right.
And did they say they did Arcoa? Or what was the water tower we noticed when we were traveling back?
It would be Arcola.
Arcola.
That's where you noticed it.
Yeah, cause remember,
is Arcola,
it was
ARCOLA.
blue solid, and then just one strip each,
Mhm.
you know, above it, and then the name in the middle. And the way he talked was something like that was very doable without an additional expense. So that involved 3 colors there, they just weren't all over the place, they were just very.
I would just like for, when the people see it, that they are attracted to it, you know, to put him and his horse, you know.
So, you know,
No, we're not gonna do that expense, not even for him.
You know, they put the
That's
horse.
an idea.
And, cause we have people who do that, we can put up, something to bring business in, you know, something that's advertising it, you know. So we could bring up maybe the park.
I'm just concerned that Belmont is fine, you know.
Yeah, and like I said, this, it is based on what we have right now, where we have the solid white with the blue writing, so we probably
pretty well want to stick with that, but he did say at that one that he could do something like Arcola, and that would be to, out of the rim of what it was.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay.
That's an awesome idea.
Cause this is the first time
We don't have to make that decision.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Okay, that's good. I just had that, I wanted that answered if we had to make that today, but you don't have to.
We don't have to.
Okay.
That's correct.
Moving on then, please.
Okay. So do I have first I want to ask, does everyone agree that we do not want to go with McGuire?
Correct. I want to go with Tracy's recommendation.
So I have a motion to accept the Viking proposal,
I move that we accept the Viking proposal.
and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Who was the second?
Linda. So 5 and 1 absent. And we agreed that the project and the, as we see it, with the, water rental part of it, and we all agree upon that. Correct? Okay. Then that has that. On the agenda, we had put audit on there and just hoped that maybe we would be getting the audit yet, but we do not have it. So, well, you never know when they're going to come in the door, and I'm going to be prepared to give it to you guys. Public comments. We have no public present today, so the floor is now closed for public comment. Our next meeting date is December 9th. That will be our regular scheduled Tuesday, unless something was to change. And that would be 6:30 p.m. May I have a motion to adjourn? I'll make motion.
And a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Who was the second?
Peggy and Linda. Thank you all for coming this evening, afternoon. What day is it? All right, I need to talk them to, and I need to have what you get the cards, but him. Oh, okay.
That's just one of the things I learned.
I just sit there like a home.
Of course, I'm not very good at drawings, but that is a bell.
We're gonna have to
We
practice.
don't hear about it.
No, a lot of the things that we usually do don't need to be done, but I know she'll, do the meeting, get it online.
No,
So,
Can I ask when you get on the Chicago?
Chicago.
May I
we're not going to talk about it.
yes.
Thank you.
You made a mistake, but
Sorry.
didn't finish well at all.
Well, when you stopped Mark's work, you headed upstairs, so I knew you were going, but I never did hear.
We had hope, so did the other drivers, let alone the home driver thought he'd do better, but he went around in the last corner and stepped in a hole or stumbled, so.
He's not injured.
No, he's not injured. He's turned out resting now.